So when I was making money when I first got out of the army, I really wanted to buy a car that could drive itself. So naturally, I looked into the Tesla Motors company or whatever, and then I don't know what necessarily sparked my interest in finding out where the name Tesla even came from, but I kind of got stuck on this rabbit hole of learning as much as I could about Nikola Tesla. I went and bought a couple of his books. I haven't finished them, but I've read quite a bit of both of them, and the first sentence in one of them is one of my favorite because it's like a direct quote, but it just sums up his whole life. And it's something like the progressive development of man is heavily dependent on invention. And I'm like, he lived that. He didn't just say it. Like his whole life was him trying to help other people, and he died broke and alone because of it. Like, he's the reason we have the AC power system. If you don't know the difference between AC and DC, you can look it up. I'm not smart enough to be able to really explain it, except for that DC is more of like what we use for batteries. Like it can hold energy instead of transfer moving electricity, like where you have these cables outside. If it wasn't for Tesla, we'd have like a bunch of generators on corners instead of being able to have all these power lines that distribute electricity to all these places easily. And that's just one thing. Like, that's just one thing. One of his most basics. He did that shit, like, he had the idea for that in high school. None of his teachers believed him until he fucking got to college and got into it with his professor over that. I think he even left that school because of how much he knew better than these niggas. That's why I'm like, dog, how can you not want to know about this guy? And then on top of that, another thing that's one of my favorite facts about him is like he used to invite all the rich and famous people of his time to his house, turn off all the lights, no candles, and then just stand in the middle of a room holding a light bulb, and then the shit would just turn on in his hand. And everybody's like, what, that's witchcraft. He's like, no, I'm just smarter than y'all. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I'm like, come on. It's really hard not to want to know. I mean, for me at least, like, it's really hard not to want to know what you got to say to the world. Like, you wrote all these books and nobody even knows who the fuck you are. You died broken alone. Why? If you got all of this, how did you get to that? Is my thing. So, I don't know. I'm going to talk about him a little bit.